thought I'd show you where my roots began. I had an HO layout as a kid, and I promptly broke it. I hadn't had another train for many years as I was introduced to N scale in my 20s, inspired by a layout in a closet and a coworker who was into HO. I headed out on my journey. My coworker gave me a box of old miscellaneous N scale parts, and I had purchased an eBay lot of Atlas Code 80 switches and was off to the races. The layout we'll explore was DC 2 block mainline with a yard and small industries. The layout was a great switching puzzle and a wonderful learning experience for me on track assembly, yard operation, and the overall hobby. While I built this layout, I didn't have a track plan or any real focus in mind. I had the switches I had won and a box of miscellaneous parts to play with. The layout consists of a yard and an end-to-end mainline with a cassette I added as a loop later. Unfortunately, the loop on the left was never to be. The yard contained 3 tracks for consolidation, servicing 3 industry spurs. It had a few different runarounds and a repair and place track, additional track areas for engine storage and caboose storage. At the time of this layout, I had purchased 2 small DC steam switcher engines and found 3 working diesel engines in the miscellaneous box. I learned on this layout steam would be my future, and I would be spending a lot more time looking at grander and more elaborate layouts. You'll see some hoses and gauges in the pictures on the fascia board. I experimented with pneumatic controls for the switches. This proved to be cost prohibitive for the number of switches needed to be controlled on this layout. I tend to shy away from the prototypical to avoid any boundaries that may look or feel less desirable due to the space constraints. Unfortunately, I moved and had to dismantle this layout. I was careful not to damage any of the switches as I knew this wouldn't be my last layout.